In this next and final section of the Toca, we're going to be talking about two subjects, gustar and similar verbs, and the preterite of regular verbs. Gustar and similar verbs. Gustar, and verbs very similar to it, are sometimes very tricky to understand and remember how they are used. However, when you break down the fundamentals in practice, you can learn it muy fácilmente, very easily. For gustar, to like, in particular, the subject of the sentence is the thing being liked, with the thing doing the liking being the indirect object. Other verbs that are similar to gustar are apasionar, to love, caber, to fit or fill, and molestar, to bother. Some examples of gustar and similar verbs: always conjugate to match the subject of the noun. Me gusta el libro, I like the book. Me gustan los libros, I like books, multiple. When sentences include the preposition a, it is usually attempting to draw extra attention to what is acting out the verb. Me agrada su visita. Me agrada su visita a mí. Both of these mean I am pleased by your visit, yet the second example puts more emphasis on I am, a mí. The preterite of regular verbs. When beginning to understand the preterite of regular verbs, it is important to know that there are only two sets of endings for regular verbs. One is for the verbs ending in AR, and the other covers both those that end in ER and IR. When trying to conjugate a regular verb into the preterite tense, you must remove the infinitive ending AR, ER, IR. After removing it, simply add the preterite ending that matches the subject. Some examples of the preterite of regular verbs, such as when the subject is tu, the ending of AR will be aste, and ER and IR verbs would be iste, and on nosotros, the ending in the AR verb would be amos, and ER and IR verbs would be imos. Some tips and tricks that I found when going over this: with gustar and similar verbs, remember that the subject of the sentence is the object being expressed upon, with the person/thing expressing the emotion or action is the indirect object. The preterite of regular verbs is not used to describe a continuous action in the past with no designated beginning or end, as in this instance you would use the imperfect tense. Take note that many of the preterites of regular verbs have accents. These accents are very important, as their presence or absence can change the tense and subject of a sentence.